Dick Sandaas, 2012 Distinguished Achievement in Industry Diamond Award winner.
Dick's a problem solver, and engineers are problem solvers.
He is an engineer, but he was also a phenomenal manager. And he encouraged people to do their best and to try things that they wouldn't otherwise even think that they could do.
He's also creative. There's an innovative side to Dick. He's honest to a fault. He's a public servant, and he is blessed with great integrity.
He loves to get things done on time and on budget, and always does.
As Director of Technical Services, and later as Executive Director for Seattle Metro, one of the largest transit and water pollution control agencies in the country, Dick Sandaas oversaw more than $2 billion in public infrastructure projects.
He exemplified the old Metro tradition of doing better than promised.
Dick provided a great spark there to move it forward for the city of Seattle, because at that time, major sewer projects had to be done.
Water quality in the Seattle area is much improved due to Dick's successful stewardship of the expansion of the Renton Treatment Plant and the highly controversial expansion of the West Point Treatment Plant in Discovery Park.
Ultimately, it was completed, and it was completed with extremely high-quality design. It was very sensitive to the environment, and even the Renton Treatment Plant, which has artwork around it and a walking path around it that's beautiful.
Dick oversaw the management of the design and construction of the bus tunnel, which is now the focal point of getting light rail through the city.
Transit system was going through a lot of expansion with the downtown transit tunnel. It was a very, very aggressive time, and Dick provided the leadership that said we can get this done.
A hallmark of Dick's career was the development of curbside wheelchair lifts for buses. Dick led the development and implementation of this technology.
The advantage is that this lift attaches to the frame of the bus without redesigning or rebuilding the wheel wells of the bus. So it was a great innovation, and it's much cheaper and much more reliable and much more easy to maintain. And then Dick and Seattle Metro pushed and required all new buses to be equipped with this new lift.
There was no manufacturer, nation or internationally, that was making buses with lifts. And he negotiated a contract with the bus provider.
It's important to recognize that when Dick got involved in the wheelchair lift, that the American for Disabilities Act had not yet been passed. At the time that Metro tried that wheelchair lift, they were providing more transit trips for wheelchair-bound people than the rest of the country combined.
He made it a personal goal to make a difference here in Seattle.
Took a year's leave of absence to make sure that wheelchair lift was adopted nationally as the prototype for everyone.
Dick created a new culture in the public workplace. He encouraged inclusiveness and a respect for diversity. His approach is also reflected in a non-adversarial management program he created that has become the accepted practice in the construction industry nationwide.
It's called GCCM, and it's General Contractor Construction Manager, and it was really avant-garde at the time. What it did was to help shift the responsibility from the government to the contractor that was actually doing the work.
When Dick took over the management of construction for Metro, he found that contracting was largely controversial, litigation all the time. Projects were running over on budget and time. He thought there was a better way to do it.
But what was different about the way that Dick approached it was that he was always looking for fairness. It was come to the table and let's solve the problem. And he really changed the way people approached contracts that way.
Dick is well recognized as a project manager, and his expertise is sought out internationally for projects that get in trouble. Locally, in 1994, the Kingdome was the project in trouble.
Kingdome project evolved shortly after Dick retired. He thought he had retired, but Gary Locke, who was then county executive, called him back because the roof tiles fell down and stopped the Mariners baseball season.
I think perhaps the Kingdome roof repair might have been where he really took a lot of courage to take that on and get it done on time and tackle an extremely difficult project. And how in the world are we going to do this? But, you know, again, that can-do attitude prevailed.